your spiritual superpowers. 5 spiritual superpowers. Would that be interesting? That great? Actually, I have always been interested in using spiritual power for something, you know. And in my sense, since I grew up, I always knew we had this power in us. I know I have this power in me that I want to express and want to create, and I want to do something with this power. And I grew up in Thailand, so I don't know. I was just at first was just believing what everybody was believing and whying what everybody was whying. But then I started to realize that, and I started to read English books, Power of Your Mind and that kind of stuff. And then I realized that there is some spiritual truths that apply to all of us. So thus I began a search for the real truth, for that is universal in all religions. And then that came from every text, when be it the Bible or any kind of text. I knew that there's got to be one central truth that applies to all religions. And in my search, I found these principles that I want to share with you all, that you can create anything you want in your life, any kind of desires, any kind of fantastic life that you can have. And that's would that be great? Or health, wealth, or any kind of relationships. I found Mary because of this spiritual power. I found Mary through this power of imagination. So that's one of the things I want to talk to you about today too. Everything's got to be not only come from old text, the Bible or doctrine and covenants, but it's got to be universal. So I started to search, and the first principle that I found is this powerful thing called I am. So the first time you see it, it's in Exodus, right? Where Moses found this burning tree, and then he asked, "Who are you?" "I am that I am." So actually, just read it in this way, it's kind of confusing. I am that I am. What is it? But it's actually phrasing it like that. I am that. I am. I am that. I am. And now I know that is when I start to learn more about it, I start to realize, oh, so whatever you attach. So basically, I am is the name of God, right? God is I am. And people actually in the last 20 years, 30 years, people have started to awake to the power of these words. People in general, Oprah would be talking on her show because of the book The Secret, right? You have heard of the book The Secret, right? Have you? You have heard of the book The Secret. The Secret is about the law of attraction. Yeah. So basically, what it means is the first principle that I want to talk about is the principle of the word I am. I am. Whatever you attach after the words I am will become true for you. So most people, let me repeat that again. Whatever you attach after the words I am will become true for you. You practically confirm that to become your reality. It's basically God expressing yourself through you, through us. So if you say, I am fat, so be it. If you say, I am wealthy, so be it. I am so poor, so be it. I am I am whatever. Anybody want to? What do you use on a daily basis? You're what? I am a runner. Yeah. So the day, actually, this is a good point. I am a runner. So I used to be a little bit chubby. Yeah, hardly. Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I was, you know, have more weight than I want, more fat than I want. But when I decide that I'm going to be, this is to the point, actually, along the point that you were making. That's why I'm making this example. So when I decided that I want to change my body, the first day I went to the gym, I did not say, I'm trying to get a better body. That's not I am. It's I'm trying. The very first day I went to the gym, I said, I am an athlete. I confirm it. And every action is a confirmation. Every time I go to the gym, I confirm that. Even though I was still a little bit overweight and has a little bit of this, more of this, I confirm every time. So that's how you build a habit. You confirm it the first time you do it. So this is how I learned the power of the word I am. It's actually the two most powerful words in English language because it's the name of God. So I am is the two most powerful words in English language. So you attach anything to the words I am. Now when you attach anything to the words I am, it becomes true for you. So, meaning, where is the limit? No limit. You can practically put anything behind it, and you can claim it. And so it will be so. This is what I learned. And it had created wonderful things in my life. It's created me all this wealth, all this wonderful health, you know. And I'm 53 years old. And actually, I look 53, but I'm actually 100 years old. Just kidding. So that's the number one. So the second one. Now this is from. I started to read a lot of literatures because I want to express myself in many ways, you know. And I found this phrase. A Doctrine and Covenants phrase in this guy's book. He's famous. This guy, he's already passed away. His name was Bob Proctor. This book was a world famous book called "You Were Born Rich." So you know, I thought I wasn't born rich. So I read this book and tried to see what he means. There's a phrase in this book that I like a lot. For centuries, this is a chapter on let go and let God. For centuries, there has been a select group of people who are the real thinkers. These individuals have always known there is a power which permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the cosmos. And that everything you see around you is an expression of that power. The power operates in a very precise manner, which is generally called law. In other words, everything comes from one source, and that source power always flows and works to and through the individual, that is you. Stated slightly differently, the image that you have formed can only come to you on the physical plane of life or your results in one way, and that way is by law and through faith. So he went on to say, the Mormon religion has a scripture in its doctrines and covenants, which demonstrate this point extremely well. And although I'm not a Mormon myself, I have grown to love these lines. there is a law, irrevocably decreed in heaven before the foundations of this world, upon which all blessings are predicated. And when we obtain any blessing from God, it is by obedience to that law upon which it is predicated. So, D&C 130, 20 to 21. So anyway, I read that hundreds of times. He said, the more you study this scripture, the more you appreciate just how perfect it is. The more you understand its truth, the easier it will be for you to improve the quality of your life. So now we know there's law. There's law to wealth, there's law to health, there's law to anything that you desire in life. There's law to the perfect family relationship, perfect contribution you want to make in the world. You can have anything you want. Only you can follow the law. So we conclude the first two principles. First principle, relax and see yourself already in possession of the good you desire. Basically, I am whatever you want. I am an athlete. I am healthy. I am young. I am forever young. I am handsome. I am beautiful. I am whatever you can fill in the blank. Any desire you can have. Just relax and see yourself in possession of the good you desire. Second principle, let go and let God. What do you mean? What does he mean by that? So let go and let God. It's basically false. I'll touch on that a little bit more later. Being detached, So, number 3. This is one of the points I like a lot. One of the phrases I like a lot in the scripture. And not a lot of people actually follow this rule. Their words usually means nothing. So is my word that goes out of my mouth. It will not return to me empty or void. Sometimes they use the word void. It will not return to me void, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. When I read this phrase, I got a goosebump. Has anybody ever read this phrase before? Anna, have you read this phrase? No? Has anybody ever come across this phrase? I mean, this stuck in my head. Yeah, and if you are as lazy as I am a very lazy man. I can assure you that I don't want to work too much. Can you imagine that you can send any words out and it will work for you? You don't have to work. Anytime that I can avoid work, I will do it. I'm the laziest person you have ever met. Therefore, if I can send words and they will work for me and will accomplish for me what I needed to, I will use it. Are you getting this? I will send every word that will be to my advantage. So I will only say what I want happen. And I will say it as if it already happened. This is the power of your words. This is your superpower. And I don't know how to emphasize this. I teach class, I train, and people pay me tons of money to train them. And I tell you, this is a secret. You can make your words work for you. You can send it out and it will accomplish. Look at, I'll read that again. So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire. It will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. So you can imagine, I sent words all day long. They work for me like my employees. They go accomplish it. I will only say, I am this, I am healthy, I am strong, I am handsome, I am rich, I am attractive, people attracted to me, and all the money come to me and all this kind of stuff. All the success come to me. I am successful. I am successful in everything I do. Whatever I decide comes to me. I send words and they will work for me, and it happens. So you have this power. Use them. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? You have so if you're lazy like me, you send your words all day long to go work for you, right? Rather than go work like 8 hours a day, I send words out to work for me, and I send it ahead of time. Every time I go on live, because before I do live, before I do any kind of presentation or try to sell something or whatever, I will send words and say, this will be, I am successful. I am going to be the top. I'm going to be number one. I'm going to be the blah, blah, blah. And I will send it, and it will accomplish what I send it to do. Isn't that great? We have a great life. This is the power we have. This is the spiritual power we have. Isn't that great? Isn't that great, gentlemen? What's your name? What's that?
Zachariah.
Zachariah. Okay, beautiful name. Yeah, I see you in the front. How old are you?
13.
13? Isn't that exciting? I was exactly the same age as you when I read my first book on how to use your mind, how you use your spiritual power. I was just at your age, 13. Today you are. This is the first time. I know there's something in you. You have this. The only few smiles that come out. It's like, oh, I have this power. That's what you're thinking, right? That's what you're thinking. Is that what you're thinking? I have this power. if you can be, if you have this power, why should I work so much? No, you don't have to work so much. Actually, working so much, or people who don't know how to use their mind. If you use your mind so much, you understand how your mind works, you don't have to work so much. Like me. I work very little, I'm telling you. I work like 1 hour a day. And everything else is a pleasure. Okay, the other one, number 4, that you should know, is the power of your subconscious mind. Power of your subconscious. Whatever you tell your mind before you sleep, it will get done. So, this is one of the things that is very impressive. That people know this since those days and age. This is talked about by Dr. Wayne Dyer. How do you know? How many of you know Dr. Wayne Dyer? Dr. Wayne Dyer is a spiritual master, like one of the most accomplished American spiritual teachers, and very well known in America. He passed away now. He always talks about this phrase: in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men, while slumbering on their beds, then he opened the ears of men and seals their instructions. What's that mean? Whatever you think before you go to bed, it gets sealed. It becomes true. In the 8 hours, 7 hours, 9 hours that you sleep, before you go to bed, whatever you're instructed to do, it will become true. So you only focus on thinking good thoughts, thinking about your desires, thinking about what you want in life, thinking about the positive stuff. Never worries. Never put everything to let go and let God. Put everything to the higher power. So that's the power of your subconscious mind. Before you go to sleep, put in your desire. So Anna, you can go put in your desire that you will get all A's easily. You can actually overcome that. Actually, that one thing I learned, that before you go to sleep, if you review your whatever you learned in that day, it will get remembered. It's sealed in the instructions. It gets sealed. Basically, if you review your whatever you learned during the day, you never have to memorize it. It's in there. This is how I got straight A's in my college years too, by being lazy. But so because I use the power of my mind, and I don't work so much. Cool. So the power of subconscious mind, it remembers everything. Okay. So anything that you speak, anything that you think before you go to bed, get done. Okay. You seal that instruction. So that's that's it. Yeah. So that's 4. And the last one, number 5. The most fantastic power you will ever have is the power of gratitude. Universal power. Without this one, you can't progress. So I teach all my students to be grateful for any number. Like usually I teach my students to sell in life, or in sell, or they to teach. They would sell their courses, they would sell their books, they would sell every time. No matter what happens, no matter how many people buy, I tell them to be grateful for that number. Grateful, even if one day you make 100,000 baht in one life, and the next day you only make 1,000. At least it's 1,000 more. So you don't go, oh, yesterday I make 100,000, but today I only made 1,000. I'm such a failure. That's not being grateful. So I teach them to be grateful for all things, grateful for every number, and that actually raises your vibration. That makes you become very attractive to whatever you're grateful for. So when you're grateful for any kind of blessing, you are attractive to that blessing. You get more of what you are grateful for. So I think this is one of the overlooked spiritual power. And this is a great tip. You can be grateful for something before it happened. Actually, Bob Proctor himself, this person, he teach a phrase that is very, very awesome. He said, I am so whatever you want. He said to begin with this word. I'm so happy and grateful that I am wealthy already. You say it before it happens, and it will happen. This is how awesome your power of the words, power of your how to manage your thoughts, how you manage your power, your spiritual power. And you say that, and you see that when you actually have to work, it will be a pleasure. It actually is not work. The reason I'm saying that I don't like to work, because I avoid everything I don't like. My life is full of pleasure. My life is full of everything. Laziness gets a bad connotation, get bad raps, But I've been trying to tell people I don't work that much. I know how to avoid everything I don't like. I avoid it like a plague. And I just do whatever I'm attracted to, doing whatever I like, and I only do that. So when things become a chore and boring, and I don't do them. So, and I think that's bring me joy. I think the power of joy is another one. It's a very high vibration. Because when you do what you like to do, when you do what you excite you, you do what you do what but you serve people in a way that brings you joy also. I think that's double blessing. I think you want advances because of that. So I think I would like to share all this with you. This is my secrets of success, some of them. So I got like 100 courses. Seriously, I have 100 courses on all kinds of stuff. So, and several, and then so I've been blessed to do all this and do this for Thailand. Because Thai people didn't have access to all this information that universal truths and actually bring you power and give you success in life. So that I would like to share with you. I say this thing in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. So why don't you do the quick recap?
I'll do a quick recap.
By the way, Mary, when she's on my live, she's very popular. My people love her. My fans, they love her.
The first one was the power of I am.
Right.
I am successful. I am intelligent. I am a reader. It's a really good one. I am valuable. Recognizing and trusting in your own value. And this is something that actually we talk a lot about in the courses because we found that a lot of people don't understand. Here in Thailand, we found that a lot of people don't understand their intrinsic value. And I think as some of us have grown up knowing that we're children of God. And when you know that and it's so internalized, that becomes a really rock solid foundation for you.
Most people misunderstand that this is both spiritual truth and psychological truth also. That you have to do an identity shift. The first day, you change your behavior. So, like if I want to be a runner, I don't wait until I've run the 50th day, and I'm not a runner yet. No, you do it the first day, and you define yourself as the new person, day one. This, if you have read this, it's a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. That's a very popular book, and it's like the best book on habit building, and it's confirmed this principle that I've been talking about, and a spiritual truth that I've been talking about is the I am principle. You must redefine yourself day one, and then every action that follows that is a confirmation of the new person you are. You don't. Most people make mistakes of like, they make mistake of, I'm not that yet. I'm not successful yet. I'm not. My law. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not pretty. I'm not beautiful. I'm not this. I'm not that. But you must make the identity shift. That's how lasting change happens. That's how you become. It's not what do you call it? The same thing when a person try to lose weight or something, they must redefine themselves as
the new person
who has the ideal weight that he or she wants, and not that's why when the identity change, your habits change, and then you don't have this, you don't have this fluctuations of results. You know what I mean? One day if you are, I am a successful person, you will define yourself as a successful person no matter what happened.
No, that's the key. I was just going to say, regardless of what happens on any particular day, if you say I'm a runner, but I didn't run today, that doesn't mean you're not a runner. It just means today you didn't go for a run. You're still a runner. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you give in to that sense of imposter syndrome, you're sort of undercutting your own progress, which you don't have to do. You don't have to do that. Anytime that you have, anytime that things maybe don't go exactly the way you want, you've got to have compassion on yourself and realize that maybe this, maybe your goal is to, well, let's stick with the running. Let's say your goal is to be a runner. You want to run 5 days a week. Maybe this week you only ran 3 days. Does that mean you're a failure? Absolutely not. You ran 3 days this week. That's a great success. So you don't have to give in to that sense of imposter syndrome or undercutting your own success. Have compassion on yourself and realize that you have value. You are a child of God. You have value in this world. You have something to offer. Yeah, and if you give up when it's getting a little bit difficult, or you're starting to feel like you're not getting the results you think you should be getting, that you're expecting, and then you give up before you're able to get into that exponential growth. You don't need to do that. You've got to power through. Right. All right. So what was number 2? Number 1 was I am. Number 2 was the power of words. No, number 2 was the law, right?
Let go and let God.
Let go and let God. All right. Any thoughts on this? It's a great, amazing concept.
Well, in this the way that he described it, because you understand that this will work through principles. It comes from everything works through principles. Basically, if you understand that your desire, whatever you want, it's a seed, and then you do certain things. You do the right actions. You do you imagine, and you make the right action. The results must come. So then you relax. You relax. You don't have to be doubtful. Now the opposite is anxiety and doubt. That will kill the dreams, kill the desires, kill. So when you understand that everything works according to laws, like that phrase, in Doctrine and Covenants, everything work according to law, then you can just let go, because you know it will come. So you let go.
If the process is going according to what you may expect in your mind, and that's part of this principle, is letting go of those. We teach a lot about detachment, which doesn't mean that you're giving up. It means you're letting go of expectation and allowing things to unfold in the way that God means them to unfold, not the way that you expect them to. Because you can have faith, you can trust that it's all going to work out in the end. Maybe not the way you've imagined that it's going to. Maybe the steps aren't going to fall in that order, but it is going to work out. And so you can let go of that anxiety, let go of that fear, and have faith that everything is going to be okay.
When you totally define yourself as I am slim, the slim person don't act that way. So you don't change behavior to become. When you become that person totally, you say, what would a thin person do now? They will not eat at McDonald's. Because I am the new guy. Actually, when you behave, when you totally redefine yourself, you won't like to do the behavior of the old person, of the old version of you. You know what I mean? So you will naturally don't want to eat junk food. Naturally. You don't have to. See, the thing is, the mistakes that people make is they try to change behaviors before they redefine themselves. You understand? You get the difference? It's be, do, have. Not have, be, do. You know what I mean? So you be first. I am. The process of creation is so. Be, then do, then have. Most people get it in reverse. Most people try to have, then do, and then eventually I will become that. But when you redefine yourself in your mind, I am successful no matter what. I do what a successful person do. I do what a slim person do. I do what a person who has great body does. Then you naturally do not want to eat it. The thing is, you come from there are resistance in your mind when you talk to your mind and then you see the evidence in the mirror, and it's not what you believe. You have to soften the resistance. You can do it many ways. For example, you can if it's like really. So there's these two things. Whenever your desire and your belief are so far apart, you are going to have a lot of anxiety. But whenever your desire and your belief match, that's when it happens. It manifests.
Well, that's what prayer is for, right? So when you're praying, you can seek to understand and know those things. And also, I think the desires that you have in this world are good. You want good things in this world. And Heavenly Father wants us to have the things that we want, right? So I think as you're praying and as you're making decisions about what it is that you want in your life, you have to look inside and see if you're feeling the Spirit, if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling good while you're making those plans, then you're probably on the right path. You know, you've got to just seek that confirmation from the Spirit. That's what I would say. It's important that you choose your words carefully because they have power in your life. The words that you say about yourself, the words that you say about other people, they have power, they have effects in this world. And
Absolutely.
So it's important to choose the right ones. Maybe, I mean, you have to look at it. What is it that you really want in your life? Maybe it's not about, you know, being thin. It's not about having money. It's about being an athlete, or it's about being healthy, or it's about having meaningful relationships. You've got to look at what it is that you really actually want and use those kinds of words to bring what it is that you actually want into your life.
You have two choices. You have two choices. Either you make yourself like it. Basically, you tune yourself before you somehow get into the mode of liking it, or not do it at all. There's two choices. You have to make it fun from the beginning. You have to find a way to make it fun, or not do it at all.
Yeah.
You will not be in a good vibration to make it successful if it's not fun for you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be in a good vibration. And at first, actually, when I started this business has grown really astronomical, you know, more than I have
More
imagined.
than we expected, yeah.
But at first, I just avoided everything I don't like to do. I just do whatever I like, and that's it.
And I did everything else. Issues.
Actually, you can
don't
ask.
know what they want.
You can ask God or universe for that.
That's right.
Well, I don't know what you want. I want, but send it to me. You tell me. Tell me what I want. You can do that, actually.
And you teach a whole course about that.
Yeah.
About how to find it, what it is that you're passionate about in this life. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Do you have something else?
Yeah, I teach a whole course about finding your passion and mission.
Yeah.
And it's actually easier than you think. It's actually lighter than you think.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Well, you do, I mean...
You do what you love to do.
Yeah, there you go. You do what it is that...
Actually, what you love to do. It's a sign from God, from the universe. It's that your mission. Yeah. That's a sign.
Mm-hmm. It's that easy. It really is that easy. Find what it is that brings you joy and do that thing. Yeah.
That's how you will serve people anyway. You will not serve people very well if you don't do what you love.
All right, so that was number 3 was the power of your words. We talked about that. Your subconscious mind. So any thoughts about the power of your subconscious and how you can seal things in? And I think Bandit talked about this a little bit. That's one of the reasons why it's so important to go to bed with a positive feeling. Go to bed with thinking about things that either you're excited about or maybe a problem you're excited about solving. But put away the negativity, put away the bad feelings, and prayer can really help with that. Praying before bed can really help clear your mind.
Don't watch horror movies.
Don't watch a horror movie. Don't watch the news. Put all of that out of your mind, and fill your mind with good, happy, uplifting things to fill your sleep and your dreams. Which brings us to the last one, which is my favorite one: gratitude. I can't say enough about the power of gratitude in lifting people out of all kinds of problems, and the power of gratitude to bring beautiful, great things into your life. Yeah, gratitude brings a lot of peace into your life. And the more gratitude, like Bandit said, the more gratitude that you are able to express, the more good things that come into your life. There's a scripture that I really love, and I can't tell you where it is. I have it framed in my house, but it says the more gratitude that you express, the greater and greater things that are going to come into your life. And I really do feel that is very true, and I have a testimony of that. So thank you all very much for coming this evening. I hope that's been enjoyable and that you've had some insight or learned a few things. We're grateful to have you with us.
So friends, I hope you enjoy what I just presented, the 5 superpowers, 5 spiritual superpowers that we have. So if you want to dig further, if you want to learn further, I have done this. I have done so many courses, like 100 courses, and I would like to present and give some promotions on 2 of my courses. One of them is in English, and อีกอันหนึ่งเป็นภาษาไทยนะครับ So the English one is called Discover Your Life Purpose, and this course was done in English, and I think it's it's something that's necessary to all of us, but not a lot of people have ever thought or has a system to think about it. So I have done this course so that it will serve people who are who want to find fulfillment in their life. So this course is now being offered right now. The full price is $500 US. It's a mini course, $500 US, and now I would like to offer it for $190 US, or 6,900 บาท or 6,900 บาท สำหรับคนไทยนะครับเป็นมินิคอร์สสามารถเรียนได้นะครับชื่อว่าผมสอนเป็นภาษาไทยชื่อว่าหาตัวเองให้เจอนะครับหาตัวเองให้เจอเป็นคอร์สแค่2ชั่วโมงที่จะเปลี่ยนชีวิตคุณเลยแล้วก็ทำให้คุณแบบมันเปลี่ยนชีวิตคนมาเยอะมากลูกศิษย์ของผมนี่ได้ฟังแค่2ชั่วโมงเนี่ยแล้วก็เปลี่ยนชีวิตกันแล้วก็เดี๋ยวยกตัวอย่างนิดหน่อยนะครับนิดหน่อยเป็นครูนิดหน่อยตอนนี้ประสบความสำเร็จมากอายุ30ต้นๆใน30เพิ่ง30ไปมีเงินเป็น100 ล้านแล้วเขามาเจอผมประมาณ 4-5 ปีนะครับแล้วก็ได้เรียนอันนี้เป็นอันแรกเลยหาตัวเองให้เจอนะครับคุณจะเติมเต็มในชีวิตแล้วก็มีความสุขแล้วก็มั่งคั่งร่ำรวยสามารถสั่งได้ที่inbox Facebook นะครับดูเพจซีดีบัณฑิตรุ่งเรืองศรีมีคนตาม 1.6 ล้านคนนะครับระวังมิจฉาชีพแล้วก็โอนเงินได้ที่บัญชีที่เราจะโชว์นี้เลยนะครับหรือไม่ก็ไปที่ Line @บัณฑิตนะครับ @BUNDIT นะครับ you can transfer and buy the course at Line @BUNDIT or email my staff at seminar@bandit.org seminar@bundit.org. Thank you for listening.